Hello everyone, today I would like to take a closer look at some exercises using cable, and I will demonstrate this with 3 bicep curl movements, and I'm hoping I can inspire you to include or to incorporate these movements in your routine more often. Before we jump into the exercises, I would like to quickly mention the difference between free weight and the cable in terms of mechanical tension. It's very simple, I don't need to go into physics as much, but just to sum up, if you're using free weight, gravity is the line of force, meaning if you are doing simple bicep curl exercise, meaning flexion in the joint, using the bicep for the contraction, the maximal mechanical tension will be at 90 degrees. Am I 90 degrees, more or less? Or the forearm being parallel to the floor. Yeah? Once we start increasing or decreasing the angle in the elbow, the mechanical tension is being reduced. In practical terms, yes, when we do our bicep curl, once we pass the 90 degrees, we are losing the tension on the bicep or the contraction until we align the weight with the elbow, which means there is very little tension, or we don't need to use the bicep as much. Whereas with the cable, we are dealing with direction of force, meaning that the tension force will act along the line with the cable towards the first pulley, wherever the pulley is. Yes, right? In practical terms, even if we decrease, if the cable line is this direction, even if we decrease the angle in the joint, we are still maintaining the mechanical tension, yes, and therefore the flexion of the muscle. So this is the benefit of using the cable, because we maintain the mechanical tension or the flexion throughout the full range of movement. Okay guys, let's do the training. Of course there are many exercises using the cable. I'm just going to demonstrate a few of my favorites. First one, cable double bicep or whatever you want to call it. For this one I like to be on the floor. So the line of force is about 45 degrees, yes? Fantastic. Now note that even though the arms are moving sort of independently, it's a very nice symmetrical movement. So you're ending up really nicely around, your head. Yes, very good. Now, the most important point with this one is watch your upper arm. The upper arm should still be in line with the cable. We are not doing lat pull downs. Be careful not do this. Yeah, we are doing really nice round movement around, ending up somewhere here. Yeah, correct. Now you see the pull is still there, really good tension, but make sure you're not going down with the elbow. If you cannot manage to do really nice round movement, most likely, again, too much weight. Reduce the weight so you're able to do 6 or 8 repetitions really nicely, clean like this. Yeah? This doesn't move. You're not moving this way. Watch that out. You wanna expose the bicep. You wanna really make it scream, not to avoid the function of the bicep. Yes? Can you see where I'm going with this? Right? So nice, all the way. Moving on, next exercise we're going to do the lying down cable bicep curl. Very simple, but I have 2 things to point out, okay? Now, first thing, same thing as other bicep curl exercises. Watch your elbow, watch your upper arm. It should be still in the direction of the line of force or the, alongside of the cable. You're not trying to do the bicep curl, yeah, this is the cable. You're not trying to go this way, yeah. You will be using your real delt more than anything, and the back a little bit. You're not doing rows, yeah. You're trying to keep this as steady as possible, and then move the the lower arm, yeah, towards the flexion in the joint. Yes, can you see that? In practical terms, it's sometimes not as clean. You cannot really avoid it 100%, of course, but try to notice when you start doing this with the elbow. Yeah, you want to really put as much force as possible on the bicep, and it will be possible when you do nice round, yeah, flexion in the joint. Now, second one I have is when you come up, experiment, practice a little bit the finish. It's nice when you come to this point, yeah, you can practice to finish the movement and just do a little bit. You're extending. You're basically extending the flexion, the tension a little bit, you know, beyond the angle. So now, if you're here, you finish up in here somewhere, and then try, go a little bit further. If you find there is a little bit of, a little bit of moment where you feel the peaks will kick, yeah, on this. Keep the tension. Yes. Last exercise, cable preacher curl. Do you want to call it that? Let's go with it. Right, I love this one, yeah. The reason is, it's isolating the bicep, it's isolating the muscle really, really well, right? The elbow or the shoulder cannot really move around as you would if you have, you know, the arm in a space, even using the cable or free weight. You can still do slight cheat movements, yeah, in the shoulder, in the elbow, and it reduces the contraction on the bicep. In here, you're dead on, yeah. You cannot just escape the tension, so that's fantastic. And also remember that depends where the cable is going. You might end up going a little bit up with the elbow. Not a problem, as long as you can keep the tension through the full range of motion, yeah, the movement, you're absolutely fine. So yeah, don't worry about being like flat on the bend. Sometimes, yeah, the cable is a little bit higher, so it just takes you, pulls you a little bit further up, yeah. But that's not a problem as long as you're not going down, and you cannot. You're fine, yeah. So full tension all the way, yeah. The pull is there, absolutely fantastic. All right, guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for your time. I'm hoping that there were some useful tips for you. Please let me know in the comments, right? And until next time, see you.